nice arpeggio picking song that features, of course, what's called cross picking as opposed to alternating picking. Closer to the Heart by Rush. I love teaching people the intro to this, and even most of the rest of the song is pretty playable, just running through some partial chords. Now they of course do this on a 12-string guitar, but the main technique that you have to get down with this is you've got notes, alternating strings in sequences of 3 strings at a time, going from the first string to the second to the third over and over and over, most of the time. There's a few little exceptions to that where it breaks the pattern. But the whole idea of cross-picking is that you don't keep a steady alternating down and up going where the downs are happening on the beats and the ups are happening on the ands. What you do when you're cross-picking something is you always go in the direction that is the most efficient to get you to the next string. So if I'm going just to play the very beginning of this, I've got my first finger at the 5th fret of the 1st string, my 2nd string is being played open, and the 3rd string's at the 6th fret. Now, you really want to have your 3rd finger on the 7th fret as well, and then you're going to be moving around with those notes. But the sequence is going to go from the 1st string to the 2nd to the 3rd, and you want to go down on the 3rd because the next note is going to be on the 1st again. So it's up on the 1st, up on the 2nd, down on the 3rd, and then up on the 1st and 2nd again, while you add the B at the 7th fret of the 1st string. So you just keep moving those notes around, and as it turns out, for the first 4 sets of 3, all you have to do is move your first finger back to the 4th fret at one point. So it goes from the 5th fret to the 7th to the 4th, which is the G sharp, and that is 4 sets of 3 eighth notes, which are then followed by a little set of 4 notes. The G sharp, the F sharp on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, an E on the 2nd string at the 2nd fret, and then the C sharp on the 6th string of the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Wow. I should just give you the names of the notes. That's what I do in a lot of the lessons. Speaking of lessons, there are tons of lessons at TotallyGuitars.com. This is a song that I'm thinking about turning into a complete lesson and having all the stuff that happens on the guitar. Again, it was a 12-string. I might have to borrow one of those to do it so you can hear what it really sounds like on a 12-string. But this tune has got some great techniques that are really important for all guitar players to learn, and that's a lot of how we decide what songs we want to put up there for the community, because we figure that most of the songs have to have something kind of important, an important technique or theory or concept or something to advance you as a guitar player, and that's part of the whole philosophy at Totally Guitars. But to continue with Closer to the Heart, if you'd like to see a complete lesson on this, the way for us to get that done is come visit us at TotallyGuitars.com, hit the Recommend a Lesson button, which is on every page, and look at the other lessons that people have recommended there. And a lot of the lessons that we have in the program are ones that we pulled off of that list and said, oh, you know what, this is a great song we have to do. And turns out not only did somebody recommend it, but 30 or 40 or 100 people may have added their votes for it, and that's a lot of how we choose tunes. So if you'd like to see a complete lesson on Closer to the Heart, which frankly I would love to do, but I just got to keep everything prioritized and make sure we're getting a good balance of stuff that people want and stuff that is educational and stuff that I want too. So anyhow, come visit us at TotallyGuitars.com, hit the Recommend a Lesson button, and type in Closer to the Heart if that's what you would like, the song you would like to be working on.